You've done something. And of course, y'all
Uh,
know Steph Curry pulled the trigger.
why are we not surprised?
Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up. I got to thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh yeah! Let's get it, baby.
Time to roar into Wednesday. As this microphone continues to give me problems. Good morning. Welcome to the wacky Wednesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. We're glad to have you all with us. And this first hour, of course, is presented by Invader Coffee, fuel for the fearless. Me, the dog, and Vicola are here with you to take you through your midday sports fix. How we doing, gentlemen?
What was that? In order to say what I said, what the hell was that?
Am I to assume you're speaking about what I think you're speaking about?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, that's just a giant case of what happened.
In the Fanatics feedback zone, my good friend Crystal is with us from Detroit, Michigan. Good morning, Crystal, my dear. Thanks for joining us.
Go Lions, ma'am.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait. I say, how we doing? And one of my best friends says, what was that?
What was that?
Allow me to explain. The Golden State Warriors beat the Memphis Grizzlies last night, 121-116. Jimmy Butler, playoff Jimmy, as opposed to pandemic Paul. Playoff Jimmy, 38 points. Steph Curry, 37 points. I think this is what the Warriors management envisioned when they pulled the trigger and acquired Jimmy Butler. They're 23-6 since his arrival. But there was a play last night that I think my partner is saying, what the hell was that? Late in the game, with the Warriors up 114-111, Steph gets the ball from Draymond, works off a screen. Scottie Pippen Jr. chasing him. He faked him once, he flew by. He faked him twice, he flew by. Tried it again, he flew by again, and then up goes the shot, and you know the rest.
I mean, it was 1, 2, 3 fakes. 3.
Yep.
And then pulls like it's nothing. And it's not even, to me, there were even plays that were even crazier. Like how he goes the length of the floor, goes to the corner before he gets pushed, and drains a beauty in the corner, in the right corner. Like,
right.
what was that?
That's Chef Curry.
No wonder Sky Pippen likes LeBron. He probably mad because look at what
Mad as hell at Steph Curry.
look. Sky Pippen was like the Godfather at Steph Curry. Look how they massacred my boy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, Scott. Ooh, yeah, I had to put a bag on my head for at least a week. Nope, you're not about to sit here and clown me. Ain't no way.
And I believe if I can get this working, I may actually have the play in question.
Ain't no question.
Yeah, just give me a split second here.
Ain't no way you gonna sit there and clown me. No.
You know what? My next 2 words would have been I quit.
Yep.
I believe we got this right here for everybody.
All right.
Go ahead.
This is courtesy before you play it.
Courtesy
of the NBA and TNT, the Warriors and the Memphis Grizzlies. The voice you're going to hear is that of Kevin Harlan and Hall of Famer Reggie Miller. Roll it.
It's Curry off the screen, fakes, fires,
That.
Stuck it. Timeout.
That happened. That happened.
That.
And all you heard from Reggie was that laugh. Like, oh, I did that in my day. I did that a couple times.
New York Knicks, hello.
Right? It's like,
but dude,
what the hell was that?
Exactly.
If y'all go on, go on YouTube, look up that whole video. Cause I watched the whole video before we went on.
I guess Scottie Pippen Jr. is wondering
what in the all types of blue hell
just happened to me.
The dude got put on skates.
He got put on No, he got put on regular tennis shoes on ice. No, he got put on church shoes on ice.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know, church shoes got zero traction.
I've warned him.
It's like people say, he's a cheat code. Steph Curry is a human cheat code.
Thank you.
He's got the sliders all the way up. Because I don't know how you do that. And y'all know what I'm talking about. All the gamers.
Yep.
All the arcades. Y'all know what I'm talking about. NBA 2K5. Because I did it too. I had my character. My character was a shooter. And I had the three-point accuracy all the way up.
Yep. Steph just does it in real life.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got
everyone asks about his range. His answer, yes.
You can't. Thing is, it's not just that. He's so smooth with it. You can't give him an inch of space. He's going to shoot it over you.
Mm-hmm.
Give him an inch of space.
And
hell, he's been covered by 3 different people before and still drained it.
And poor Scotty Jr.
I'm sure Scotty Jr. is a great player. I'm sure he's a really good player. But
he's coming into his own.
Absolutely. He's coming into his own. But
he's coming into his own just like his pops.
Like I said,
Scotty Jr. is coming into his own just like his pops.
I gotta say, but like if I'm Memphis Grizzlies, I'm staying off social media. I'm not touching my phone unless it's get the GPS to get myself back in the gym. That's all I'm doing. I'm not looking at First Take. I'm not looking at Disputed. I'm not looking at nothing sports really because they're gonna clown me all day.
All day.
Oh, Sports Center was already letting them have it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
What
gosh.
did they say on Sports Center?
Oh, everyone was just like, "You got to be kidding me! He hit that!" And then they saw it with Scottie Pippen Jr. and they're like, "This dude just got baked."
Is there a lie in that?
No, there's no lie to be found in that.
That dude got slow roasted like a honey baked ham,
which is what we had this past Sunday.
looking like a whole chicken,
a whole roasted ham with pineapple on top of it. Okay,
looking like some rotisserie gold, that honey roasted chicken.
Listen, the pineapple juice and the pineapple rings. That's how Scottie Pippen got roasted last night on that triple fake. When I told Victor, folks, when I told Victor this morning that about that play, Victor just said, "Excuse me."
Yeah, because I'm still working, y'all. So when we do this, I'm still working, and I hear triple fake and then a 3. I'm like, "Excuse me."
Yep.
This man got cooked like a rotisserie chicken at Boston Market.
Man, and with the meatloaf.
Market.
With the meatloaf in tow.
You know what? I got a funny story about Boston Market. Let me take a small break because I got called in nature. Let me take a break. When we come back, I got a funny story about Boston Market, and we'll get back into the NBA playoffs. Snowman in the morning on this wacky Wednesday. Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the morning.
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Well, as Victor's laughing for some crazy ass reason, what now?
I'm watching a little bit of some First Take, and the first thing I see is Draymond say, "Yeah, he different." Y'all know who he's talking about too.
Yeah,
he's different.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's got the sliders cranked all the way up.
Understatement of the century. Okay,
I'll tell you what. You know the most important thing about not only Golden State's win but Orlando's win last night?
Yeah,
5 days off.
Yeah.
Yes, they get time off to rest. Especially, there was a point where you could tell that Steph may have re-aggravated a thumb injury. So this gives him
beat up.
Yeah, this gives him ample time to get some time to get himself resituated, heal up, and be ready for war.
Yeah, because it's going to be a war with Houston, but I still think they can pull the trigger in 6 games.
Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, Orlando's got to face Boston, for crying out loud.
And
Good luck with that.
Even Stephen A believes that they can get to the Western Conference Finals.
Thank you. I can see the Warriors in the West Finals.
Question is, who would they be going up against?
It be either Denver
or Denver.
Yeah, Denver or OKC is probably your best bets.
Because they're going to have to win 3 series by being the underdog to get to the finals.
Yep.
They do not have a series where they're the home favorite. They are on the road 3 consecutive series. If we're looking ahead to June and the finals, 3 consecutive series, the Warriors are on the road.
Right.
But the last time they faced Houston and Houston had the home court advantage, Golden State beat them in 7 games. 2018 Western Conference Finals.
Right.
Yeah.
I just sat there and I was like, yeah, he different. It's
we're gonna have to
break that down. You had a story about Boston Market.
You know what? I used to live in Glenview with a roommate that wouldn't leave me alone, that tried his best to hijack Snowman in the morning. And I beat him over the head with logic.
Okay.
I escaped one morning to Starbucks in this little strip mall in Glenview. What's up, Blake, Sick Diggy, and A Pizzle? Everybody with us in the Fanatics feedback zone this morning. If you like what you hear, make sure you hit us with a super chat or a Cash App donation to $ Tallman Dr. K50. And I got more housework to do. I'll do that later. I escaped the house while he was snoring, grabbed my equipment, and I raced to Starbucks. Because y'all know Starbucks is my hangout when I do my show on the road. Why was there a Boston Market across the way? Now, until that juncture, I've never been to Boston Market. I went in there, and let's just say I spent $50 before I knew it. Because I bought like 3 different meals, including that roasted chicken that Shane talked about.
Mm-hmm.
But what I filled up on was their rolls.
The rolls are good.
Mm-hmm.
Those rolls are evil.
Yes, they are. Oh, yes, they are.
I went back 3 times. I went back 3 times.
Know
I'm
your
not
dinner
surprised.
roll and shut your mouth.
Look, the roll was, I was stuffed the roll in my mouth, so I can't shut my mouth. All right.
Oh my God. I still,
I
that
know.
play is going to stick in my head
Mm-hmm.
for the month. Not the week, the month.
The month.
The month.
3 fakes. And you get put on ice skates
3 times.
with no laces. And again,
And you're up against the boards watching this dude drop a 3 in your grill.
he just drops it.
Yep.
There was one further earlier in it where you could tell that Steph's shot was off balance.
Mm-hmm.
Drains it with no issue. He's pulling from near half court and just draining it with no issue.
Now the question is, can the Rockets find a way to stop the Butler and the Chef beginning Sunday?
We're going to see. One thing about Houston that we cannot overlook.
Their defense.
Exactly. They are very good at pressing the defense, and they know they are going to have to be all over him like white on rice to keep him from going off.
Well, the last time they played, Houston held Steph Curry to 3 points.
Right.
And they won by 10. That was in San Francisco.
They will have to do that 4 times.
The playoffs are a different animal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I keep watching this triple fake, and I just can't get over it.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I have covered the Warriors virtually for 6 years. Longer than that. I've covered the Warriors for 11 years. But you gotta stay on your feet, Pip.
Well, how can you?
You can't get faked out 3 times.
How can you when that happens?
This is a true point.
There is no way you stay on your feet that entire time. It's bad enough that you get faked out once. You get faked out 2 more times.
On the same play.
On the same play.
I'll tell you what cost Memphis a shot at the game. Late in the game, they had the ball down a pair.
Mm-hmm.
Or down 1, I beg your pardon.
Mm-hmm.
Down 1, had the ball in their front court to bring it in bounds, and a 5-second violation happened.
Yeah. Another thing that really hurt them, though, Ja got hurt too.
Well, Ja came back. Ja rolled his ankle.
And it looked bad.
Oh, I thought he broke it.
Even if you come back, you're not the same.
I thought he broke it.
Because a roll is worse than a sprain. People don't realize a roll is worse than a sprain.
Oh, been there, done that.
I have to. I have to.
We all have.
You know,
it is not nice.
Talking about the defense of the Rockets for a sec. Live research, since that's what I do around here. The Rockets are 5th in defensive points per game at 110. Golden State 7th at 111.
So you have two
of the top 10. I love it.
2 stalwart defenses. It's going to come down to whose defense is better. And right now on paper, it looks like it's Houston. So really, it's coming down to can Kerr and the Warriors solve the puzzle of the Rockets defense?
You know what? Here's I'm sorry. I just can't get over this play. I've looped it now. This is crazy.
Yeah. Offensively speaking, Houston is 12th at 115. Golden State is 16th at 114.
Okay. So
translation, this is going to be a series.
Yes.
Don't be surprised. Either way, don't be surprised if it goes the distance.
You know what to press. This will all be decided off one game.
You mean this?
Game Game 7.
Yes, I do.
Bingo.
Yes, I do.
Do it again.
Something that LeBron seems to not have a whole hell of a lot of luck in, and something Michael never needed.
Game 7.
Gonna summon the playmaker? Is
True.
that what's happening?
Hey, I don't care if he goes off on me. I'll tell you that right now.
Listen,
I'm used to it.
I had.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead first.
No. It's all yours. Take the floor.
Look, we all know that it's a lot dealing with those individuals.
You're not kidding.
And Playmaker is very much he and I kind of have that same like mentality of being diplomatic. It annoys him, but he gotta stay objectional. He can't be biased one way or the other. So it's like I gotta be objectional. I gotta call it like I see it. And yes, LeBron James is a phenomenal athlete. Can put the ball in the basket better than most.
Mm-hmm. One of the best scorers of all time. Okay, yeah. I've said that.
Okay, it's just that so many people have continuously put the narrative down, and yes, there's no way you're not changing their minds.
No,
I get that.
You're not.
It just gets annoying when it's getting thrown in your face.
His fan base is pure shite.
Right. I go back to this play, and I'm like, the way it's up. And also, I gotta give some kudos to Draymond.
Yes,
Draymond stepped up when they needed him most, and he looked phenomenal.
And he played half of the fourth quarter with 5 fouls.
Yeah,
he played half of the fourth quarter with 5 fouls, and the Warriors needed him.
And he didn't get fouled out. I don't think he got fouled out.
No, he didn't.
Which means he really locked down on the what we call it discipline
and defense.
He was able to be effectively defensively, but he was also disciplined enough where he wouldn't get pulled into a silly foul. And that's what really like. I'm like, good job, man. That's what we need. That's what you're gonna have to be to make a deep playoff run. Especially you're gonna need this when you face the Rockets.
Exactly.
All right, I can't help it.
You can't help it.
Okay, before we do that, apparently the nostalgia about your roll trip to Boston Market was brought to us by Frango Loco, the ideal spot for Brazilian chicken. Frango Loco. It's Brazilian jiu-jitsu in your mouth. In Chicago's own South Side, our hot sauce, always hot and always spicy.
Oh my God!
Speaking of spicy,
sick
Diggy with the
incredible ad.
I didn't hit a damn thing. That was you.
Incredible ad.
Folks,
just watch.
This is what I've been looking at for the past 10 minutes.
Oh,
we've all been looking at this shit.
It's Curry off the screen. Fakes.
1, 2, 3.
Fakes. It's Curry off the screen.
1,
Fakes.
2, 3.
He just stuck it.
Of course, Reggie Miller and Kevin Harlan on the call with NBA on TNT.
I'll say it again. When you get the legendary Kevin Harlan
to pull a Jim Ross,
stop it.
He pulled the Jim Ross and just said, "Stop it!
Stop it!" He said, "Stop it!
Stop the damn match!" By God! By God! Enough is enough! Damn it!
That's going in the files forever.
It has to.
That triple fake.
It has to.
With all the championships he's won, all the awards he's won, and most of the footage I have on tape of the Steph Curry era, and yes, it is a Steph Curry era, that one's going in the files. It has to.
That one and something that we saw earlier this season that apparently is still kicking around in the files.
9 seconds to work with, and you do have it in single digits. And that was the goal when you were down 22. Steph from midcourt. Oh, come Did he ghost him on that too? Oh my goodness, Curry from 45 feet. Yo, this dude is an alien. What did he just do? He had one from three-quarter court in Orlando. He's double teamed. He had nowhere to go. Steph's got 16.
Unheard of.
As I said, the dude's a maniac. He's a maniac.
9 seconds to work with, and you do have it in single digits. And that was the goal when you were down 22. Steph from midcourt. Oh, come on! Did he ghost him on that too? Oh my goodness, Curry from 45 feet.
And the cherry on the cake on that one was, what did he just do?
The fact is, again,
they are
I said
confused.
Kalena Azubuike on the call with Bob Fitzgerald, courtesy of NBC Sports Bay Area.
Like I said earlier, the fact is, everyone asks, "Hey, Steph, what's your range?" Yes. That's all it is. What's your range? Yes.
I gotta guard you from the parking lot. When you get off the bus, I'm in your face. When you off the bus, I'm in your face. Nope, you ain't shooting over me. I'm not gonna be no highlight. Nope.
Yeah, the problem is you'll still be a highlight because he'll drain it on you.
Exactly. You could be up on him. He'll still drain it.
You mean like this?
9 seconds to work with, and you do have it in single digits. And that was the goal when you were down 22. Steph from midcourt. Oh, come on! Did he ghost him on that too? Oh my goodness, Curry from 45 feet. Yo, this dude is an alien. What did he just do? He had one from three-quarter court.
And that's the only time you've ever seen the Barclays Center on their feet.
Yep.
He had two guys on him. He turns away and drops it from the logo.
I think there were three.
What did Azubuike say? Did he just ghost him on that?
Yes.
This is what the Rockets have to contend with. This is what the Rockets have been contending with. And speaking of the Rockets, a very dear friend who's a Rockets fan, Cole Johnson, said it best in 2018. You had the perfect formula to beat them because the way you beat the Dubs is beat them inside. But even that may change with Guy Santos and Quentin Post.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got another weapon to deal with Jimmy Butler.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my Lord. And Jimmy Butler will get to the free throw line.
Yes, he will.
I mean,
Jimmy Butler will get to the free throw line.
38 points last night. His first playoff game with Golden State, he does that.
He drops 38.
38. And then Steph follows it up with 37.
37. He
This is
wasn't
what you
doing
have
much.
to deal with.
There was a point in time that Steph only had 15 points. Jimmy Butler had 29. And Steph was only 4 of 10 from the field. Then the fourth quarter happened.
Yeah, Steph Curry said, "Hold my beer."
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And he said, watch this.
I got y'all. He said, "Jimmy, your turn." Jimmy said, "Draymond, you take one." And then Draymond says, "Steph, you know what to do." That thing. That thing.
Insane. Insane.
With a shot like that and a play like that, what we used to say, in your face.
In your face. In your house.
Mm-hmm.
In your
that's
and
just
a pitiful
insanity.
attempt and a pitiful. And I know we're spending a lot of time on this, but think about how that played out last night. Memphis rallied from 20 points down, took the lead. Then the Warriors got their act together and said, "Hold my beer."
Right.
And then at the end of the game, that happened.
It's just
how the hell do
you don't?
Victor, what did you say to open the show?
What was that?
Exactly.
How does that happen?
Now, I'm looking also through the box score just because, once again, live research, everybody. Curry was only 9 of 22 from the floor, but here's where he also did damage. He was 13 of 13 from the stripe.
On the line. Didn't miss a free throw.
Nope.
And Jimmy Butler was 12 of 18 from the stripe while shooting 12 of 20.
12 of 18. Jimmy Butler got to the line 18 times last night. That's
You
what
can't
he
let that
brings to the
happen.
Warriors.
You cannot let that happen.
No, you
you
can't.
cannot. You cannot.
That's what he brings to the Warriors. When we first talked about Jimmy Butler joining the Warriors, and we asked, what does he bring? That the
And here's the
attitude.
Here's the craziest thing. Outside of Butler and Curry, none of the starters scored double digits.
Right.
They didn't have to.
No, it was Quentin Post and Gary Payton II that scored double figures.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that came off the bench, which is key for the Warriors in this series. Their bench production is going to be key for them because they've had one of the best benches all year.
Right.
And bear in mind something. They still didn't play 5 other players off the bench, including Kuminga.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Kuminga is going to be key for them in this playoff run.
This bench is going to be deep.
Well, they
Not
already
only deep, they're going to be rested.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
5 full days to rest before the West first round starts on Sunday. And I said yesterday how big that was going to be for Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
Should they win this game against Memphis, and they did. And it's huge. Because would you rather play another game in 48 hours to try to get the 8th seed?
No.
Or would you rather take care of business at home, beat your opponent, and get 5 days off before you have to travel to Texas?
Get 5 days of rest, 5 days of watching tape, 5 days of training, whether it's strength training, agility training. You get 5 full days to rest, recuperate, and get ready for Sunday.
5 full days. 5 days.
Yeah, because the 9-10s play tonight.
Yep. How big is that? Let me ask you this. How big is that for the Warriors, knowing they have been beaten up all season long? Steph Curry, the latter part of the season, I will say has not been himself, but he was last night. But listen, well, he was against Memphis the last 2 times. Remember, he dropped 54 on their asses in Memphis. Or 52, I beg your pardon, 52 points. Let me start with you, Shane. And I want the folks in the chat. Let's light up the chat as we have our question of the day.
Hold on a second. Let me get that. Hang on a second here. Where'd it go? People keep fucking around in my truck. Where did it go? Things keep moving on me.
What in all types of blue hell?
Wrong.
That's what I want to know.
Well, let's do a question of the day, and everybody in the chat can take a part of this. How big is it for the Warriors to get 5 days to prepare for Houston in game 1?
Why do you think in the NFL most teams vying for that number 1 seed?
You get a week off. You don't have to play a wild card game, and you get a week off.
You get time off.
Let's make that thing. How about some predictions, folks? Victor, you first.
In terms of who's going to win this playoff round?
Who's going to win this series?
It's a total toss-up. On paper, I'm going to go hard overhead. I'm going to say the Warriors pull the miracle, but it will take all 7 games to do it.
I don't think it'll go 7. I have the Warriors winning. I have them beating them in 6. I have them closing things out in San Francisco because they can steal one in Houston.
They can.
The Warriors can steal one in Houston. Hell, they stole 2 of them in 2018. And they stole 2 again in 2019.
Because you start there, right? You start in Houston.
They start game at 1. Toyota Center in Houston.
And then game 2.
1 and 2 are in Houston. 3 and 4 are in San Francisco. And then it's 1-1-1 the rest of the way.
Right.
I think the Warriors beat them in 6 games. They close things out in front of a raucous crowd at the Chase Center, and that's that.
So I personally think they may split one in the first 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think they split one all the way. I think it's 1-1, then 2-2, then 3-3. And then game 7 settles the match.
Shane, what do you think?
I got Golden State in 5 if they play like they did last night.
I can see
I mean,
that.
you don't need all your starters going ballistic if Butler and Curry are going to be dropping about 70 per game.
True, but we're talking about the defense that's not Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, no.
Well,
but
the thing about it is, I was again looking over the stats of everything. As close as this is, I mean, the fact is, right now, Golden State's got the better bench, and you're coming in off of a absolute beatdown you just put down on Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
You're coming in with the momentum. I mean, there are times when having a week off can be detrimental, and this could be one of those times for Houston.
It could be.
Mm-hmm.
It could be.
I see this ending in 5.
Arku is with us. He said the Rockets aren't there yet. Sick Dicky says, plus the bench should cover the starters when they are struggling. Also very true. And Arku again says the Rockets are like a year away from serious contention. I believe all of that. They got the right coach in Ime Udoka.
Yeah,
they just got to get a few pieces,
and they have to get a bench.
They kept all the female turns away from Ime.
They have to strengthen their bench.
I will say this: Ime has really turned his career around, and I'm happy for him.
I'm happy
because
for him.
I thought that controversy was going to bury him, and he proved it otherwise.
I think Ime Udoka got screwed twice over.
Well, I think he screwed himself.
No. Let me explain. One's personal and one's professional. Okay. Professional, the Celtics didn't allow enough time for everything to come out, and then as soon as it came out, they had to cut Ime.
They had to save face.
They had to save face. Absolutely. Yeah. You absolutely do that. Take it from a fellow who's been there. You absolutely do that. But the good side of that coin is Udoka not only flipped his career around, he flipped those Rockets around.
Yes, he did. That's what I say. I think there was a positive because he needed a new place.
He needed it.
He needed a new place. He needed a new face. And it was just good to see him get that opportunity because most times you don't even get that opportunity to change your time around.
Yep. All right, let's take a break. 43 after the hour. For those of you listening on WJKS in Indianapolis, Indiana, we thank you for that. After the break, Trae Young, I'll repeat the words of Victor. What the hell was that? I'll explain and introduce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from car tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
I am thrilled to say the following sentence. We owe you an ID. Let's pause for station identification. This is Snowman in the Morning.
This is WJKS, Indianapolis, Chicago, and the world.
Welcome back to Snowman in the Morning, 48 before the top of the hour. The dog is with me, Vicala's with me, and Trey Young, sit down.
Oh, no.
Oh.
The program ain't ready.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
Sit down. I will begin politely with this question. What the hell was that? You and your team are getting kicked in the rear ends, beaten with a shillelagh, knocked out with a pile driver.
Mm-hmm.
And since halfway through the first quarter, been getting a stone cold stunner, a rock bottom, and a tombstone throughout the game. And you, Trey Young, you're supposed to be the leader of this team, and you get tossed. You get tossed. Why? Why for you do that?
He don't know no better.
Use a troll.
Oh!
Oh, hell. Oh, hell. Hit it!
Use a troll. Troll! Use a troll. Troll! Use a troll. I said that use a troll.
Troll.
You didn't do much last night, did you?
No.
Yeah. Okay, you certainly didn't lead your Hawks. Now, granted, you get another shot at this. Okay? You get another shot at this. Cedric Green is with us. What's up, Cedric? Thanks for coming in. You get another shot at this, but again, I go back to the question that I started this segment with. What the hell was that?
Like, why are you getting kicked out in a pivotal game?
They get blown out 120 to, I believe, 95.
Yes,
Correct
sir.
me.
I'm looking at the stats right now.
Okay, 120 to 95.
Ouch. Ouch.
They were down 15 after one.
Dear Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks.
You're fine.
No, not yet. Not yet. Listen, dear Atlanta Hawks, you got punked.
You got punched in the mouth and you lost 3 teeth.
You got punched in the mouth, kicked in the ass, and shoved in the balls. At the same time. At the same time.
That's a severe case of Rochambeau.
It is.
I have nothing more to say. Beat it.
Another case of Prescottitis.
I can't say anymore. Not after what I watched last night.
Another case of Prescottitis. Showing up smaller than mini-me on the smallest step ladder in the world's smallest Hell in a Cell.
On in the world's smallest WrestleMania.
The world's smallest WrestleMania.
Tiniest WrestleMania. Tiny Mania.
While Snowman recovers from that, this edition of On the Hot Seat was brought to you by Slam Hard Barbecue. You better kiss and tip your servers. You have to be inclusive. And of course, Cool Breeze Thirst Quencher. It's ice cool and forever tasteful. Dude, I don't think Trae Young belongs in Denver either, there said.
Cedric, no. Just no.
It's not enough they got to deal with wet brick.
Listen. And I'm as much as I hate to say this, Westbrook is going to cost them.
Oh, easily.
Okay? Westbrook has cost them a few games where they dropped to the number 5 seed. Oops.
Don't.
I have nothing more to say about Trae Young. Trae Young is not him. Period.
Did we ever think he was?
Some people did.
Who told that lie?
Some very weird people I know.
Maybe a change. I will say though, maybe a change of scenery could help.
No, and just no.
Why not?
Matter of fact, come here.
Hell no. To the no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no.
No, and hell no. They wanted to trade. They made that trade that night, Luka for Trae Young, and now Luka's bounced again to the Fakers, and the Hawks are left with Trae Young. They're left with a fellow who only played 1 year at Oklahoma and thought he could shoot like Steph until Steph got in his face and rang him up for double figures every time. Next.
Then you have to explain why a change of scenery does not work.
Do you see this look on my face?
Doesn't change it. Doesn't change the question.
Shut up.
English. Do you speak it?
I stay on the side that I think a change of scenery may do him some good.
Okay. Then
I'm really of right person, wrong system.
Okay. This is where I mess with Victor. I'm really gonna mess with Victor this time. You know where you send him?
Okay.
To the Shadow Realm.
Send them to Brooklyn.
We want to send to a better system, not a place that has no system.
Well, that's how Trae Young plays. No system.
I disagree.
Find the lie.
I disagree.
I
think that's cap.
Will you quit being diplomatic for once?
No.
Stop it. Get some help.
Shut up. Shut up, both of you.
I don't remember asking you a thing.
You didn't because I was asking the questions, you fool.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh my God. I love Jim Rowe. Oh my God.
You, Shane.
Hell no.
Would Denver be a good landing spot for Trae Young? Let's be serious here. Would that be a good landing spot for Trae Young? Because I can tell you the Hawks fans are over him.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't think he belongs. I don't think he belongs in Denver.
Where does he go?
Honestly, his playing style would be more suited for the West Coast. I could see him in Sacramento. I could see him maybe with the Clippers.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I can see
Sacramento,
that.
the Clippers, maybe Phoenix.
Yeah, I could see Phoenix.
Needs a rebuild.
Yeah, they do.
They need to blow it. They need to blow it up because they haven't done anything since 21.
Maybe Trae starts off that rebuild. Trae and KD, because I don't think they're getting rid of KD.
Oh, KD's sticking.
Right. I don't think they're getting rid of KD. So,
but
he may want to leave because I don't think KD wants to stay there anymore.
When it comes down to Atlanta and Trae Young,
You're screwed. Yeah, you're totally screwed.
You dumb. You dumb as hell for that, but I love you for that. Matter of fact, do it again. Do it again.
You're screwed. Yeah, you're totally screwed.
Trae Young to Sacramento would be the equivalent of, would it be the equivalent of De'Aaron Fox?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. All right. For Michael Porter, bring KD to Denver. KD ain't going to the mountains.
No way in hell.
No, he already needs.
KD ain't going. KD
he already
ain't
sucking
going to the
wind as
mountains.
much as it is. That elevated with that elevated atmosphere. No,
KD may go to Northern California.
Wouldn't
Finish
surprise
things
me.
off.
I'd
That
like
being
that.
cringe.
I'd like that, but I don't know if he'd do that again.
No, I don't think he will. Me being greedy, I know.
No,
Yeah, you
it's
being
not even
greedy.
just greedy. It's just like with the way that everything went down the last time.
Yeah.
Of course, there was talk about him and Draymond having words, and I just don't know if that would work again. It'd be a lot of stuff.
So. And you got to think about this also. Bob Myers stepped down as their GM, and he's the one that brought KD to Golden State.
Right.
I don't think it'll work. I don't think it'll work again either. We're at halftime. Take a
And
break.
I believe
when we
have
come back,
I was going to say, I think we have somebody waiting for us.
just trust me on this one. When we come back, we will head to Tennessee and talk about Nico Iamaleava, and we got 4 other questions. We're going to play 5 questions with Wes Pruitt from 4-Star Media. Introduce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to BETUS.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
It's no secret. Today's consumer wants convenience and likes things on the go. They want to be listened to and receive instant solutions to their queries. This can often make or break the customer service experience. That's why it makes convenient interactions easy for you. Whether your customers want to connect with you via text, Facebook Messenger, Google, Instagram, or website, all messages now come to the one easy-to-use inbox, so you don't have to check a dozen different sites from the platform. From here, you can send SMS or email, answer questions, schedule appointments, take payments, and close more deals simply by messaging back and forth with your customers. When someone searches for a business like yours, they will look at your reviews. So unless you have more positive reviews, they'll choose someone else. Luck makes it easy to collect hundreds or even thousands of reviews from your customers. Simply send a review invitation or create automation that requests customer reviews right after the sale, or maybe right after a service is completed. It will take them 30 seconds or less to leave the review. Now those reviews will show up on the search result and increase your ranking that matters most. Plus, our advanced reporting will show you exactly where your leads are coming from and if your website or ads are doing their job. So why are you waiting? Put your business way in front of your competitors, get more leads, convert more of those leads to paying customers by getting started with today.
Mister? how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
I hate technology sometimes. Welcome back.
What happened?
You don't want to know.
Oh,
but we're
God.
back, and we got a special guest waiting for us. But I get a thrill to say this for all 3 of my stations. We owe you an ID. Let's pause for station identification. This is Snowman in the morning.
This is WJKS, Indianapolis, Chicago, and the world. This is WSMM-DB, Indianapolis, Louisville, Cincinnati. This is WBWS-DB, Chicago.
And now we welcome Wes Pruitt to the conversation this morning. How are you, my friend? Great to have you.
Good morning, sir.
I am doing well, Snowman. I appreciate you having me back on.
I appreciate you being on.
Small correction. I am in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
I'm old.
Oh, yeah, I get it, man. I get it.
Listen, I'm old. My brain doesn't work half the time.
Yeah.
I've had pills in me since 2021, so the fog is real. Okay.
You ain't shitting.
All right. Let's get to it. Nico Iamaleava.
He did leave him.
Mm-hmm. What has this done to college athletics as a whole?
I think it's done a couple of things, man. First off, I think it is now it's given the leverage back to the university. And I say that because I give full credit to Josh Heupel and the University of Tennessee.
Me too.
Also, I want to say this. The numbers that we're being told these players are signing for these NIL deals, to be brutally honest with you, I don't believe it. I think it's inflated numbers by the agents. I think it's inflated numbers by the parents.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he had a $1.4 million contract at Tennessee. Just my opinion. Could I be wrong? Of course. But you now see it's funny that he asked for $4 million and now no one's wanting to give it to him, including Tulane University, who has quite the endowment.
Mm-hmm.
So to start there, I think it's put the universities, the power back in the university's hands, which is where it should have been the entire time.
Agreed.
Now you look at Nico, you look at all these other players across the country, and I don't believe that Nico was wanting to opt out before the playoff game. I mean, if you knew that information in December or January, whenever, why didn't you say it then? Why do you wait till he leaves the university to come out with it all of a sudden? So I missed me with that. Sorry, I'm just a brutally honest person.
I love it.
At the end of the day, when you look at Nico has put himself in a box. But if you look at the history of Nico, we should not be shocked. If you look at his father, you look at him in his high school time in California, the same thing happened. You look at his brother, who is now here in Fayetteville for the University of Arkansas. Talented football player. So are the balls, but we know about daddy.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're running into another situation where this guy, I don't want to say he wants to be LeVar Ball, because I don't know that anyone wants to be LeVar Ball. But I think that he is trying to, first off, as a media member, credentialed media member for numerous professional and college athletics, don't come in a media member and tell them that they're full of S if you know they're not, because you're going to get found out.
You really are. Wes and I have commiserated over that situation. I've been a credentialed media member for 30 years. No matter what sport I cover, whether it be Northwestern and the Chicago Bulls back home to the Colts here in Indiana, I've done the Vikings in Minnesota. You can't come to a credentialed media member and tell them they're full of it, because when you walk away, they start digging and they find out that who said that to you is full of it. Recently had to go through that as far as 2016. I'll talk about that story after the break. But you just don't do that. And now Nico Iamaleava may not be playing college ball next year.
Bingo.
Speaking of quarterbacks, which team has the greatest need for a quarterback in the nation?
So you're going to laugh. You can call me a homer. That's fine. but I have facts to back up why I'm saying this.
Mm-hmm.
The University of Memphis. Now, people may have
Homer.
like, what? Hey, that's fine. The reason I say that is because of this. They're the only team in the country that has to replace a 4-year starter.
Right.
Mm.
Team in the nation had a 4-year starter, but Memphis. Seth Hennigan last year was the only quarterback in the country to start all 4 years at the same university. In my opinion, he's the last troubadour. No one else will do this.
I agree with that.
This is why I say Memphis has the biggest need for quarterback in the country. You bring in Brandon Lewis, young man who has a strong arm, strong football IQ, can really operate in a high-powered offense. He came from Nevada. Then you bring in the stud, A.J. Hill, young man out of Warner Robins, Georgia, 5-star recruit, one of the best recruits, if not top recruit Memphis has ever brought in. Then you've got Aiden Marrington, young man out of Texas, star dual threat quarterback, can play. In my opinion, it's Brandon Lewis, then Maiden, and then after that, you've got the freshman. A lot of people around Memphis are worried the freshman will leave. They're saying you have to start the freshman. I don't think you can. It's two different situations. Seth Hennigan had to start because Grant Gunnell got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Seth was thrust into the starting position. In this situation, as of right now, knock on wood, there's no injuries. So you go with who is the most experienced. So yes, you can say I'm a homer. That's fine. I've been called way worse. But that is where I say that's the biggest need, because you are replacing a 4-year starter who started out as a true freshman for your program. Oh, and by the way, he also went through 2 different offensive coordinators.
And it's like you said, Wes, you're replacing a 4-year starter. It's different when you're thrust into the starting role due to injury. It's then being thrust into a starting role because of peer pressure. Because let's face it, every D1 school has peer pressure because the parents want their kid to start and he's nowhere near ready. I'll give you an example of what I saw from a kid who was thrust into the starting lineup and did very, very well. Had to do it because of an injury. For you Northwestern fans out there, the name is Zach Kustok.
Yeah.
Zach Kustok, the same quarterback that went toe-to-toe with Drew Brees on a Saturday in October at Northwestern. Drew Brees won 42-28. But Zach Kustok was thrown into that situation because of an injury. They had already picked their starter, but then he got injured. I'll give you another example, staying with Northwestern. Steve Schnurr, 1995. They had 2 other quarterbacks they recruited, but what did Keith Jackson say? It all came back to Steve. It's got to be the best quarterback for your situation. And repeating what you said, replacing a 4-year starter is going to be the hardest thing they're going to do, because you're replacing a kid who knew the offense, like you said, went through 2 offensive coordinators, stuck around. Let me say that again, stuck around.
Because there was offers. I know that for a fact.
Oh, yeah. You and I talked about it off the air. There were offers, man.
And then now, you look and you see Seth Hennigan on the John Gruden quarterback camp, and everybody's like, who the hell is this kid? Where did this kid come from?
Right.
I've known about him for years. By the way, I just want to say real quick, man, you've got a great show every day, man. You guys do incredible work, man. I tune in as often as possible. If not, I'll go back and watch it later that night. But I tune in. I'm a regular on this show. Not regular, maybe guest, but regular listener. Long-time listener, first-time caller. No, I thoroughly enjoy your show, man.
Thank you. Much, much appreciated. What team do you have your eyes on this spring, and why?
Florida State, and it's, once again, not a homer, right? I love Mike Norvell. I think Mike Norvell is an incredible football coach. I think Mike Norvell learned really hard. It's hard to go to Tallahassee and win football games because there's a cloud named Bobby Bowden over that stadium every Saturday.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean that in a negative way. Bobby Bowden's my favorite football coach ever.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take timeouts to heaven, so you call them. I love it. It's one of the
Right.
greatest things ever, right?
Right.
But when you look at Mike Norvell, yes, 10-3 or 3-6 first year there, 5-7, then 10-3, then 13-1. But last year 2-10. You have a lot of turmoil. You have a lot of issues. You lose to your former team, Memphis, at home. That was not pretty for them down there. I know personally. But then there's changes. You bring in Gus Malzahn as your offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really interested to see how that dynamic is going to work because it's still Mike's offense.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it's Gus Malzahn,
Right.
but it's still Mike's offense.
Mm-hmm.
As many offensive coordinators as Mike Norvell's had, I can tell you this for a fact, none of them have called plays. It's been Mike. So I'm very curious to see, is Gus going to be the guy? Is Gus going to be the actual signal caller? Because he's got Thomas Castellanos, young man from Boston College, coming over.
Mm-hmm.
But then now there's reports out of Tallahassee that Gus Malzahn is saying Thomas Castellanos reminds him of Auburn quarterbacks of the past. You're not even letting media into your practices, but then you're telling media this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I have a lot of eyes on this football team. I have a lot of eyes on the University of Alabama this year.
Right.
I have a lot of eyes on the University of Tennessee with the Nico deal.
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska is another team I'm watching this year. Colorado is another team I have an eye on this year. Very interested to see what can happen there post-retirement of jerseys. Anyway, it's just going to be very interesting to see what happens all across college football. And I think a team that I have my eye on as one to watch for a uptick is the University of Alabama. I think year 2 under Kellen DeBoer, I think he kind of understood that first year, hey, there's a little bit of skeletons in the closet that aren't even mine that I have to kind of fight. He's not doing it the Saban way. He's doing it his own way, which kudos to him. Why would he not come in and do it his way, right? But Kellen DeBoer is one that I want to keep an eye on. I'm really interested to see what he can do year 2. And spring football, we're seeing it. We see more and more schools not doing spring football games. You're seeing Ole Miss doing a dunk contest last year. I mean, you see numerous schools just have events. I personally miss the old fan day events that used to happen across the country.
Yeah.
Now, for example, Auburn is having their fan day or their spring game, I believe, this weekend. And then following that, they're doing the fan day. So kudos to Hugh Freeze, man. I like the fan day experience. I think it's a good way for you to really bring your fan base in and get them to buy into the program for the upcoming season.
And brings more fans to the party too.
Absolutely.
Who doesn't know about the team or doesn't know about the coaching staff, and it's like, hey, come on down, have fun, and you might even find yourself becoming a fan quick.
I did that. And I practically emceed an event for Marquette Catholic, and I was covering them up in Michigan City. They had a fan event. Boy, it was a blast. It was a blast. You got to know the athletes. I got to know the athletes that I would be covering that year. It was 2014. And it's just fun to have to have days like that. We're up against the break, but Wes Pruitt, my good friend, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate you. And I want to make you a regular guest. I want to work it out so you become a regular panelist on the show. Thank you, my friend. I love you and I appreciate you.
Anytime, my man. Just hit me up.
Will do. All right, we're up against the break. When we come back, something happened at Marquette Catholic 8 years ago that I still haven't gotten off my chest. Back in a minute.
This is Snowman in the morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BT in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E. Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays, so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Wes Pruitt, for joining us on the Invader Coffee guest line. And, you know, those kind words that he said about tuning in live as often as he can, going back and catching the replay, that's very sweet. I love it. It just makes it just continues to make it makes me continue to believe that we have a reason for doing this.
Right.
You know, it's that motivation that what you do matters.
It does matter, man. I mean, it matters so much to me, and it matters so much to everybody that's hung with me, especially you guys.
Yes.
You know, when I went down for my cancer surgery and Cole took the chair for what turned out to be a couple of months before I resumed it, I knew I had it in good hands. I knew I left it in good hands. and to see him perform, him and Wise for that matter, because that's how they met.
Yeah.
That's how they teamed up, and that's how Mentality came to be. They were co-hosts of my show. Man, when all that happened, I had the biggest, goofiest smile on my face.
Oh yeah,
I did, man. I had the biggest smile on my face, and now to hear those comments from Wes, it makes everything truly worth it. So, Wes Pruitt, I appreciate you. We're having fun here on this wacky Wednesday. Play-by-play with JJ is with us, who does an awesome job in covering the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles. Says, hey, guys, hope everyone is doing all right today. We're doing fine, brother. We're doing fine.
I wanted to take a trip around the horn, if I may.
Go for it.
I wanted to go through the day that was for a sport that apparently no one talks about, but we do here on the show.
Do you mean baseball, perhaps?
I mean baseball.
All righty. Then, my friend, if you want to take that trip around the horn, go ahead and take that trip around the horn.
All right, let's go ahead and start with the day that was yesterday. Nationals beat the Pirates 3-0. Diamondbacks over the Marlins 10-4. Good buddy. The Reds edge one out over the Mariners 8-4. The Phillies, JJ's team, beat the Giants 6-4. The Boston Red Sox take down the Rays. Congratulations, Shane, 7-4. The Guardians win a close one over the Orioles 6-3. The Yankees over the Royals 4-2. Sorry, Droid. The Blue Jays over the Braves 6-3. The Tigers lose a heartbreaker as they get skunked by the Brewers 5-0. And unfortunately, our White Sox suffered a hard loss, 12-3 against the Oakland A's.
I'm glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that. Today's matchups.
Twins beat the Mets 6-3. Astros over the Cardinals 2-0. Rangers beat the Angels 4-0. The Cubs beat the Padres 2-1, and the Dodgers over the Rockies 6-2. Today's games go this way. Atlanta Braves go up north, take on the Blue Jays. The Mets go to the Twin City, take on the Twins. The Tigers take on the Brewers in Milwaukee. The Cardinals host the Astros, and I believe Snowman's going to probably take that call at 12:15 today.
Yep.
The Cubs will go to San Diego, take on the Padres. The Guardians will take on the Orioles in Baltimore. The Diamondbacks will take on the Marlins in Florida. The Reds host the Mariners. The Pirates host the Nationals. The Phillies host the Giants. The Royals go to the Big Apple, take on the Yankees. Boston Red Sox go to Tampa Bay, take on the Rays. The A's will take on the Sox here in Chicago. The Rangers host the Angels, and the Dodgers will host them Colorado Rockies. That is your day that was and day that is for MLB.
And I also happen to have the starting pitchers for these games.
Nice.
Take a few minutes. Let's go to the NBA quickly. The Heat and the Bulls tonight, 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. I'll be keeping my eye on that game. And of course, the late game tonight is in Sacktown, the Sacramento Kings and the Dallas Mavericks. The winner of these two games will get one more swipe at getting into the playoffs. That starts on Sunday.
Yep.
I'll give you another sport that apparently no one talks about, and apparently black men are not supposed to know that, and that's hockey. Let's go around the horn with the day that was yesterday. It was the Blackhawks in overtime over the Senators 4-3. The Lightning beat up the Panthers 5-1. I'm sorry, Rod Peterson. It was the Flames of the Golden shootout 5-4. Same score, Devils and Bruins. That was in overtime. It was the Maple Leafs, shutting out the Sabres 4-0. That should tell you how long it's been since I've done a scoreboard update. Blue Jackets over the Flyers 3-0. It was the Caps over the Islanders 3-1. That cap can't be stopped. The Blues over Utah 6-1. The Minnesota Wild over the Anaheim Ducks 3-2. And in the late game, it was the Los Angeles Kings taking down the Seattle Kraken. That final score was 6-5. Tonight's games, the Golden Knights will visit the Vancouver Canucks, and that's at 10 p.m. The 10:30 game, the Edmonton Oilers will travel to San Jose to take on the San Jose Sharks. Early games tonight, the Hurricanes and the Canadiens will battle in Montreal. The Ducks will face Winnipeg and the Winnipeg Jets, the winningest team in the NHL this year. Red Wings will face the Devils, and the Stars go to Nashville to take on the Nashville Predators. Those are your scoreboards. Those are your Around the Horns, and those are your scoreboard updates. We got to find a way to work a scoreboard update into the show.
That'd be nice.
I think I know how to do it. It's just going to take a couple of minutes, a couple of days, for me to figure it out. We'll try to premiere it on Monday. Take a break. When we'll come back, we're just going to talk a lot of stuff. Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
See, JJ, why you have to go and make me cry?
Grief hits, and it
does, man. Grief sucks.
hits, and it's unexpected, unplanned. All we do is move forward.
Yep.
And that's what we doing here on Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us again.
Thank you, Victor.
Got the fearless leader, got the big dog super producer. I know somewhere around we have a droid doing his thing.
Yeah, he's kicking around somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, somewhere.
And I'm your friendly neighborhood Vicola.
I got to do this.
Paul Allen.
Poor Paul Allen.
Are you kidding me? Exactly. Poor Paul Allen.
Okay.
And honestly, when that triple fake happened on Scottie Pippen Jr., that's exactly what he was saying. Are you kidding me? Exactly.
Right.
You know what? You know what Pippen Jr. was saying? He was doing. First of all, after he missed him 3 times, and then he drained the 3, he's thinking, he did what?
Yep.
And then got caught up in the fake.
Are you kidding me? And
walking down the court thinking,
what in the all types of blue hell
was that?
And then after that, he had to watch it on TV. And you know what he said? You know what? That
makes me mad.
That?
Pretty much.
So
pretty much.
Sunday begins the NBA.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
Playoffs? Playoffs?
Playoffs? Oh, God.
This is for you, Darian. I hit the wrong button.
Yeah, after the 3 was hit, that was going on in Scottie Pippen Jr.'s head.
Oh my gracious. And you know what's bad? I hit the wrong button.
Stop it.
I'm getting that. That's gonna be a sound.
It has to be.
I am going to make, you know what? Improvisation. I'm gonna make that a sound right now. Because I have toys.
Kevin Harlan putting his best Michael Jordan out there. Stop it.
Stop it.
Get some help.
You can't say get some help after that.
That's what Scottie Pippen Jr. was looking for. He's looking for some help.
Mm-hmm.
After you
he got none.
You need some help.
Looking for 3, got none. Thank you, Skip Carey.
Right.
Old announcer from TBS. Okay. What I'm doing right now, folks, is taking a Kevin Harlan call, making it a soundbite, and putting it into my sound base. And I'm going to try to do this as best I can. So let me get that up there. And
are you kidding me?
That's stupid.
You just hear the exasperation in Paul Allen's voice. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
It's Curry off the screen. Fakes. Fires. Stop it.
There we go.
Stop it.
I am editing this as we speak, ladies and gentlemen, because I want to put this in a sound base and I want to send it to a few people.
Nice.
There it is.
There it is.
I got it. I got it.
Stop it. You're going to hear that a lot, folks. So I
got it.
Not wrong.
We were talking a bit about baseball.
Yes.
And
please talk some baseball with this.
We were talking earlier, and I know that we said that it's going to be a while for the Sox to get back into any type of relevancy, but what are they doing?
I'll answer that in 2 syllables. Nothing.
I mean,
I hate saying it because I've been a Sox fan forever.
You get beat down
by the Athletics, by the Oakland freaking Athletics, a team that don't know where the hell they're going.
12-3. You got beat by 9 runs. Look at the score by inning. 3. They were basically tied in the first 3-3.
Mm-hmm.
Then Athletics scored 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 4 in the sixth, and 3 in the ninth. You know how many the Sox scored throughout the rest of that?
Z and Row.
None.
As I said, Z and Row.
Totals on the board: 12 runs, 13 hits, and 1 error for the Athletics. 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Sox.
Yikes.
Like, what is happening?
We're playing like the Cubs from back in the day.
Yes, this is like 2003 Cubs all over again.
This is about all I can say.
Pretty much.
This is all I can say.
We're what, a day or two removed? We're 2 days removed from the Cubs blanking the Dodgers
14-0.
Exactly.
You know what, Kenny Williams? There we go.
Kenny, what is happening, man? What is happening?
Give me this.
Oh.
There.
Like, you had a possible dynasty in your pocket.
I'll tell you exactly what happened. They traded all their pitching. They traded every young pitcher they had. Carlos,
they traded all the pitching.
Lucas Giolito, Dylan Cease, who now has a no-hitter under his belt, and it didn't come with the Sox. Dag nabbit.
Garrett Crochet, who's ended up in Boston along with Giolito.
Garrett Crochet in Boston. This is how I'm feeling right now about my White Sox.
Woo, I'm dying.
Dying too.
Like, sometimes you think,
happened?
Oh hell no. Sometimes you look at the White Sox and you think, oh hell no. By the way, I gotta address a funny comment that I got after yesterday's explosion.
Oh no.
Oh Lord.
Go ahead.
The comment simply said 3 words: can't stop laughing.
None of us could.
No, none of us, man. It was like, damn.
None of us could.
And then the playmaker came in and roasted my ass.
Which
I deserve. Okay, I'm looking in this camera and I'm saying I deserve it.
During the damn break, he messaged me on Facebook. He's like, Snowman is in trouble. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, send me the link.
He sent it to me too.
I'm like, okay.
He sent that message to me. He sent that message to me too. Oh my Lord.
I don't understand what happened to the Sox. Like, man, this is not what we signed. This is not what we were looking for.
This ain't what you signed up for.
It sure ain't what I signed up for.
Again, it's the hitting woes. It's the hitting woes. It's like the bats go quiet at the worst possible time.
When they can't get, I go back 2 years. The Sox game that I covered. I was sitting on the edge of my seat against the Cleveland Indians. It was 3-0 Indians. They were in the bottom of the 6th inning.
I tuned in for that game.
You did. No outs.
No outs. Bases loaded.
Bases juiced. A sac fly gets you closer.
And I'm thinking, oh, this could be a big inning.
They got nothing.
What was it? Fly out, a double play? No, strikeout.
Strikeout and a double play. Ended the inning.
You got nothing.
Ended the season for me.
Yeah.
A strikeout and a double play. And the strikeout was barely a strike.
Right.
The strikeout, and it was a called strike.
It was a called strike.
It wasn't a swinging strike. It was a called strike.
Mm-hmm.
And When I went to break, I went nuts.
Yeah, I remember that.
I went crazy.
He pulled his best Paul Allen. Are you kidding me?
Man, Paul Allen ain't had nothing on me after I got done cussing my brains out for 2.5 minutes.
Because it's inexcusable. How do you have the bases juice with no outs and you get nothing?
And you get no runs. None. Even a high school team can get at least one.
A bunt. A bunt.
I'm sorry about this. Sorry about this, folks. There we go.
Okay.
A drag bunt.
Yeah, exactly.
A drag bunt gets you a run.
By the way, I still have the probable pitchers up for today if we need it.
No, we don't need it. You can close that tab. We're just
a bunt gets you over.
Exactly.
Hey, JJ.
This is the problem, and we saw it between 2010. Well, actually, between 2013 to now. The White Sox got away from what brought them the World Series title.
Small ball.
Yep.
Hitting
runners over, using the bunt, using sack. It's now they went to try to, bring the lumber.
Dude, that's been the problem with this whole doggone league in essence.
Right.
If you look at it league-wide.
I totally agree.
But in 05 and 06, you could tell that they still held on to that, even though, yes, they were still, jacking home runs.
Look, Jim told me, okay?
In 05. But
listen,
in 06, yes.
Jim freaking told me, all right?
But they still knew how they still understood situational hitting.
Yeah, thank you, Victor. Situational hitting.
And it's like they do not have that.
No, they don't. But yet again, that's a common problem in the MLB is there's no situational hitting anymore. Everyone's looking to pad stats, and the way they figure they can pad stats is sit on a pitch and crank it.
And this is why I'm barely watching. Not just because of the failures of the White Sox, but the way.
Thanks, analytics. You did it again.
Analytics. You can kiss my ass.
Thanks, analytics, because this is exactly analytics.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Dear analytics,
you suck.
You.
Here we go again.
You suck.
Dear people that support analytics, you. Dear ESPN for forcing analytics down our throats. You. 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 Oh, and in case you didn't hear me, you.
Well, that ranks right up there with them forcing LeBron down our throats.
Yeah. And how
As
funny.
I said,
as soon as LeBron really gets in there, guess what they start doing? Bringing analytics in baseball.
Dear
JJ.
Dear analytics, you. No, since it's Wednesday, I won't even have to push the heartbeat. Thank God for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just use a cue that JJ got me. Dear Bronsexuals, you. Dear Facebook and other social medias for putting the Bronsexuals on. You.
Here we go.
Dear networks for forcing them down our throats and up our asses for 22 years. You. 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 You.
And in case you didn't hear last time,
you.
There you go.
You. 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 And you.
You're fired. Watch what happens. Out comes Dr. K. Mister, watch your mouth.
Oh, she might be on her way in here in a minute. And she'll probably be in here in a hot second when I say, get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The on sexual confessions.
I got nothing.
I'm done.
Fuck it. I'm out.
I got it. I got nothing either. We are out of here because why? We got nothing left.
Got left. And yes, LeBron, it is you.
Oh, that thing?
Yes, LeBron, it is you. It has always been you. It always will be you. It will be you forever. Forever and ever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, hell.
And the Bears mortgaged, risked, doubled down, and threw away their entire future
for
DJ Moore.
And I have one prime suspect for why the New England Patriots have been down the crapper that they're in.
Yes, Robert.
It is you.
It is you.
Hey, no, that's my stick. It has always been you. It will forever be you, you bastard devil. Now, please leave New England forever and ever. Amen.
That's our benediction, folks.
On that note, we're out of here.
Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We hope y'all are too. And always remember, dreams do come true. From the heart, we thank you and we love you. So long, everybody.
Tomorrow,
I gotta
Mike
work
Drop
that.
Moran takes over like the NWO.
Oh dear.
Ooh,
And
sweet.
listen, Mike Drop Moran tomorrow gets the full second hour. Oh Jesus, what am I doing? Bye, y'all.
Wow.